And good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of the DQ Labs Meet the Management series. We have with us today the representatives of IIAD, that's Indian Institute of Art and Design, based in New Delhi. All right. Um, Now we have the representatives who've joined us to speak about this school. There are a few people who've asked us about it and wondering, what they should, um, what is so special about the school and what is it that they should be uh, joining the school for. So we thought, let us do one thing. Let us get the management of the school onto this platform to interact with you and kind of answer your questions, answer your curiosities, and see how we could um, be of why you should consider Indian Institute of Art and Design as your choice of school. Now, I'm going to share a website, all right, with you. Now, what I need you to do is, in case you are interested in joining this particular program, what you need to do is find out a little more details about the school. So you need to come down to edge.dqlabs.in/colleges, and this is the link which we will put up in the description of this email, of this webinar on YouTube, and you can yeah, so we'll put this description in this link in the description of YouTube, and you can click on this link, find out a little more about the school, and you can get information regarding the school and the details for UG and PG and how you can apply to the school, and also the number of seats, the entire application process, the fee structure. You can also get the examination formats. There are uh, sample tests here, sample papers here, and you've got all the information that you need to make a decision. So, looking forward to an interactive session here. You can, all of y'all are here on YouTube. So you can type your questions out on YouTube and I will moderate the session for you. Um, what we have with us here, Ahana. So I'm going to stop my screen share. So yeah, so I hope you got that.
Yeah. Hi, Dion. Thank you for letting me in. And hello, everyone. I have a quick presentation for you all, which will briefly touch upon what IID is, what courses we offer, and a little about the admission process as well. Should I start, Dion?
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Dion, I'm not able to share my screen.
Go
It
ahead.
says the
Yeah,
host has to enable.
I've given you
All right.
permission.
I hope you all can see my screen now. Is my
It's
screen
visible.
visible?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
great.
yes.
Hello everyone, and very good evening, and thank you, Dion, firstly for this opportunity to interact with the students. To talk about myself, I am Ahana, and I come from IIAD, and I'm in the admissions and outreach team. So I'm briefly going to take you through, like I earlier mentioned, what IIAD is, and IIAD is a revolutionary and independent design college. We are based in New Delhi, and we consider ourselves revolutionary because we are really passionate about bringing future relevant design education standards in India and help people explore and realize the true potential of design. In the sense, what design can do for the world when merged with arts, with technology, and with the right industry connects. But before I begin to talk more about IIAD and our teaching and learning methods and approaches, I would first want to talk about what design is. I'm sure that most of you are design enthusiasts preparing for entrances of different colleges, but I still have a brief video on design which I would still like to take you through.
When people think of design, they often think an elegant chair, a well-turned logo, dramatic architecture. But that isn't all that design is. Design is more. It's more than the drapes or the drop shadows, more than a beautiful UI or a rad concept car. Design is more than aesthetics, much more. Design is fundamental. It's the predilection to investigate and understand. It's the compulsion to give form to ideas and make sense of disorder. Design is the ability to amend the imperfect. Design is knowing what questions to ask and how to ask them. What's the right problem to solve? How do I solve it? Why should I solve it? In a world in which anyone can now build anything, design is understanding whether something is worth building at all. If you've ever built, tested, shipped, debugged, rebuilt, or reshipped anything, then you're a designer. And there has never been a better moment in history to be a designer. Now is your time to solve real and important problems, to start great and enduring companies, to use curiosity, creativity, and craft to elevate lives. Because design, at its core, is optimistic. It's the call to change what is into what ought to be. It is the attempt to make heart and mind into tools of mass construction, to build a better, wiser, more just, more beautiful world. Design is your gift and your responsibility. Design is the way.
My point of showing this video was that whether we realize it or not, design is everywhere around us in physical spaces, in virtual spaces, graphics, illustration, clothing, IT, name in any industry, and I'm sure the designers are now a part of it. And what most people don't realize is that there are a lot of career opportunities available to those who want to build a career in design. And unlike conventional careers where the industry has come to a point of saturation and there are not enough jobs for graduates in the market, design industry on a very contrasting note is expected to be worth rupees 188.32 billion over the next 4 years. And it's for a fact that we are not producing as many designers as we need. This is where I say that IIED comes into play. We are trying to make a small, yet a considerable and impactful difference to nurture design graduates who could ultimately help bridge this gap of requirement of competent designers by the design fraternity. And to help realize this, IIED has a world-class collaboration with Kingston School of Art, Kingston University, London, which is ranked as #1 design school in UK by Guardian's University Leagues Table 2020. This way, students enrolling themselves for any design program at IIT are assured to have access to the best education standards in the world. Uh, Second, I would like to take you through a quick video of our campus to get to know what the vibrant culture of the campus is like during COVID, we moved to an online way of teaching and we invested in a very efficient software called Canvas, which is being used by top universities across the world, including Kingston, Harvard, and Stanford as well. But now the campus it is now open to students. Not all students are coming in, but then the students who reside in Delhi NCR, they have an option that they can now take the classes offline as well from the campus. So this video is going to give you a glimpse of our campus and our designers in action. So the programs being offered at IID at the undergraduate level, we have full-time undergraduation courses in fashion, communication, and interior architecture and design. IID is a niche boutique design college, and we have a limited intake of 140 seats every year in our undergraduate design programs. So the duration of all the design programs at IID is for 4 years. Like you all know, the first year is the foundation year, which is the common year for all, regardless of your chosen field, followed by 3 years of bachelor's degree in the chosen field. And if you're confused, if you're not sure whether you want to pursue fashion, communication, or interior at this point of time, you'll have that option to make that choice by the end of first year, before entering the second year of your undergraduate programs. In the second year, you'll be asked to make a choice, whether which stream you want to choose. And I think at this point of time, students are able to make a better choice because they are able to interact with their seniors, their mentors, and even the faculties. They guide them that which stream would be the best for them. Second, we have also introduced a business course at IID last year. The limited intake is again 20 seats, and the duration of this course is for 3 years. So this course is a bachelor's degree in fashion business management. So this is a fairly new course, and if I talk about briefly, would want to introduce this course to you all. This course is ideal for students who have a creative acumen in them, who have an inclination towards fashion styling, fashion blogging, and fashion merchandising, and so on. But at the same time, they want to explore how big fashion brands market themselves. So at the end of this course, you could think of careers like how to set up your own brand, how to become a fashion entrepreneur, how to be a fashion journalist, fashion merchandiser, fashion styling, fashion blogging, right? Even setting up an e-commerce platform for a fashion brand would be a career aspect of fashion business management. And you also ultimately learn how to market your brand and make your brand sellable, how to sell a button whose original cost is for say 1 rupee, how to create that brand identity around it and sell the same button for 2000 rupees. Yeah. So that is what you learn during the duration of 3 years in the fashion business management program. If you want to know more about this course in detail, I would recommend you all to please visit our official website once. There we have a detailed account on the entire program and the curriculum as well. Next is the 2+2 program. So this program is for students who are seeking international exposure at the undergraduate level. This is an option for students who want to go abroad during their undergraduate program. So here you complete the first 2 years of your design education at IIAD in our campus, and then you progress into top design universities of countries like US, Australia, Canada, and UK. And this progression is possible because IIAD under Kingston University follows a credit-based marking scheme, a credit-based marking assessment system. So the credits of the students earned at IIAD can be transferred to any of these universities who follow the same marking scheme. And admission to any of these universities is of course subjected to their independent admission criteria. For this 2+2 program, for this lateral transfer of the for to study the next 2 years at a foreign college, the entrance is completely it depends from college to college. Some colleges would want you to write a quick examination while others would shortlist you based on an interview or a portfolio evaluation. And to name a few universities with which we have this understanding of the 2+2 program, it would be top universities across the globe like Kingston itself, University of Bournemouth, Massachusetts Art and Design College, right? Uh, Next, I would want to talk about the UGC recognized degree at IID. So at IID, the first degree, the primary degree which you get is from a globally recognized university, the Kingston University, like I mentioned earlier. And you get another degree, a UGC recognized degree from Lingyas Vidyapeeth University in the chosen stream of design. So Kingston University, being a foreign body, does not fall under the jurisdiction of UGC because UGC can only affiliate Indian colleges, right? So, so what happens is that other colleges which offer an international degree, they make you enroll in a distance learning program in subjects like sociology or political science to help you gain a UGC recognized degree in case you want to switch, your stream in future, or in case you want to apply for some government examination. But at IIT, we ensure that students they don't have to give additional examinations. If you enroll yourself in a course like political science or sociology to get a UGC recognized degree, you are expected to write certain written examinations as well, and you'll have to study for these subjects as well. So we realize that in this case, because students have to give additional examinations, it becomes an add-on burden. And at IIT, we ensure that the student gets a UGC recognized degree in the chosen field of design, so they don't have to study anything which is out of their syllabus. And so in our case, to attain this UGC recognized degree, the students have to take 2 written examinations in a year in the chosen stream of design, and they finally graduate with the degree from Lingyas Vidyapeeth University. So Lingyas Vidyapeeth University is our knowledge partner for the UGC recognized degree. I would briefly want to touch upon the postgraduate programs as well. So we have 2 postgraduate programs, Masters in Fashion Design and Masters in Fashion Business Management. The duration of both the programs is for 2 years. And again, the seats are 20 for each program. In the duration of 2 years, students will have an option. Either they can complete the first year and exit the program with a PG diploma in either fashion design or fashion business management, or they can progress into the second year and complete the entire degree course and finally graduate with a Kingston University degree in either fashion or fashion business, right? Um, Next is how we teach at IIAD. So we have 5 unique teaching and learning approaches, which aims to develop you into an exemplary pie designer. So when I say pie designer, it is a term which we have borrowed from the numerical value pi, which is 22/7. And every designer at IIT is referred as a pie designer. So it's just a philosophy where we say that just like this number, our designers are also adaptable constants and they are lifelong learners. And they do not limit their understanding to a specific silo, and they're always adapting and transforming themselves according to the requirements of the industry. So that's the philosophy behind the entire curriculum. And the teaching pedagogy is based on these 5 pillars, where the first would be the learner-centric curriculum. So when I say learner-centric, um, this is a teaching approach where we put the learner at the center of the entire learning process. So this really helps you develop your individual expression as a designer, and to ensure that each learner at IID has adequate attention and personal mentoring. We have a very limited intake, and the student-teacher ratio is also limited to 1:15. And even the entire teaching and learning practices are uniquely tailored for each student as per their strengths, likes, and area of interest. Next would be the project-based learning. So here, right from the second year onwards, our students are able to learn by working in real-time design, real-time industry projects. So we believe that instead of having hypothetical knowledge, our students will have a deeper understanding of the entire process of design. They'll have a real-time understanding of the challenges, of the constraints of working in a real-time design project. Here, the students are not limited to work in classrooms. In fact, our campus has no classrooms at all. We have open learning spaces. We call them studios, where a lot of interdisciplinary learning takes place. Where comes the fourth point, interdisciplinary, that we do not want you to be just fashion designers or just communication designers. We want you to be a designer who's capable of designing everything. So even if you choose fashion design, we always encourage a lot of group projects where you try and pick up skills from students and mentors of other departments as well. But I think I missed the third point, thinking through making, a very important point. So at IID, we have all possible. We are equipped with all possible things a designer might need. We have digital labs with licensed softwares. We have 3D workshops where students can do practical hands-on experience, and this again gives the student an entire understanding of how a design is got in space. Here the student learns everything by doing, right from research, from conceptualization to the final realization and materialization of the project, right? And lastly, industry interface. So at IIAD, we have a mandatory internship as a part of our curriculum. It's a mandatory internship of 8 and 16 weeks. So the idea of introducing internships during your course of study is that it makes you resume ready. So once you finally sit for placements and you sit for job interviews, you do not go with a blank resume. You have relevant work experience and relevant knowledge of how the design fraternity functions like. And we also have master classes, people coming in from Kingston University, mentors coming in from the design fraternity who give you real-time insights of what's happening in the industry. These are the people who just excuse me. So these are the people who are nurturing future designers. We have Dr. Chadda, who is the director, and our entire team of faculties they are a very talented pool, and they are graduates from renowned universities across the world. And if you want to read about our faculties from specific streams, again, our website is a very informative one. We have a detailed account on the educational qualifications, their experience in teaching. So if you want to have a look at that in detail, please do. And next, I would just like to close this presentation by giving you a glimpse of our graduate show, which happened in 2019. Unfortunately, we did not have a physical graduate show in 2020 because of COVID, but then we had a virtual graduate show alongside with alumni of Kingston University. So there's a page called Great Britain where the display of all Kingston University alumni and IID graduates was displayed as a graduation work, and their dissertation was displayed there. So if you want to check that out too, please do. And here goes the video of our last to last graduate show, which we had in our campus. We had a renowned guest from the design fraternity who had joined to encourage our students. And here goes the video.
just remember that you've spent these 3 years or 4 years doing this extraordinary work, starting off at the foundations, going up all the way to the levels of sophistication that we were able to see on the top floor exhibit. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is going to make a real difference. Good luck. Congratulations on everything you've achieved. Congratulations on your graduation.
I think I missed this slide. I would briefly want to talk about placements at IID as well. So we have a very robust placement cell, and we are in touch with over 140 plus organizations for both internships and placements. These are the companies which have offered the highest placement packages at IIAD. And something which IID is really trying to focus on is not just giving you employment, but then to make you employable, right? So our entire curriculum is based like that. And yeah, so if, again, the website has a very detailed account on students, where our students have been placed. And I would just like to give you an instance that even during the time of COVID, where unfortunately a lot of people, they had to let go of their jobs because of financial constraints in different sectors of the industry, we were able to manage and place students, because I think it was not just completely us, because if students had put in equal time of effort, and we were able to manage and place the students during these tough times, because we realized that the students were employable. So the model of telling the story is that if you're employable, if you have right skill sets, no matter how extreme the situation is, you can always try and manage to sail through. So employability is something which we are really trying to focus on, and we have a career service division who offers lifetime placement assistance. So even if you want to maybe switch job in future and need the help of our career services division, we are always there and we are always approachable. Lastly, the admissions at IIAD. So we have already had two major cycles of entrance, one in the month of January, one in the month of December, and we have three entrance cycle for IIAD. The last entrance cycle will happen on 27th and 28th of March. The entrance will happen both online and offline. And students who do not reside in Delhi NCR can choose to appear for the online entrance examination. Those who appeared in the previous cycles, the results have already been declared. So we have divided our we have divided all our seats equally among the three cycles. And I think the admission deadline of the last two cycle is already over. And for those, if you're not applied for IID and if you want to sit for the entrance examination, 20th of March is the last day to apply. So make sure that you go to our website and complete your online application form if you wish to sit for this entrance examination. We select every student at IID based on your performance in this entrance. So we have IIAD, IID Design Aptitude Test for students who want to enroll and pay for the entrance of our design programs, and IMAT, IIAD Management Aptitude Test for students who wish to join the management program at IIT, the Fashion Business Management. Earlier, we used to have studio simulation round, but then due to COVID, we realized that it was not feasible for us to conduct it online, so we completely waived it off this year. So if you are somebody who would want to appear for the undergraduate design program entrance, then you are expected to write and clear the written examination of 2.5 hours. If you are appearing for PG programs and undergraduate fashion business management programs, then there's an interview round followed by the written examination. And IID also we have a scholarship fund, and we extend scholarship to all deserving candidates on both merit and need basis. So everyone who clears the entrance is eligible to apply for the scholarship. You are requested to submit some relevant documents along with your application, and all the applications submitted to us are then evaluated, and then scholarship is extended to all deserving candidates. So the maximum scholarship offered at IID is up to 50%. So based on your performance, it ranges from 10% to 50%, or if you're not performed that great, there might be chances that the scholarship is not awarded to certain candidates, right? I think that was the end of my presentation. Dion, are we taking questions right now, or do we keep them for later?
Yes, we're going to take some questions. There's some questions that have come in. Just give me 1 second. Right. So there is a question from Saraja, who's asking the this is regarding the degree. Does it mean that IIAD doesn't give a UGC degree directly, but through an affiliation to another university? So could
Right.
you please give clarity on that?
So see, colleges, only a university can offer a degree. A college never offers a degree. So even if you consider Delhi University and all the colleges which comes under Delhi University, like Ramjas, Lady Irwin, LSR, these are just colleges. Colleges are affiliated to a bigger party, which is called university, right? So a college cannot offer a degree, only a university can. And you are a valid college only if you are affiliated to a certain university which is recognized, right? So like I mentioned earlier, Kingston, we offer 2 degrees at IIT. It's a dual degree program. You get the first degree, Kingston University, which is a globally recognized degree, right? And globally recognized and one of the most prestigious design degrees, I can certainly say, right? But then, like I mentioned earlier, that if you want to join some, apply for some government examination, or if you want to sit for civil services, streams like that, these streams, if you want to enroll in any government job, they ask you to have a UGC recognized degree, right? But Kingston University, being a foreign body, does not fall under the jurisdiction of UGC, right? So all other colleges which offer an international degree, what they make you do is they make you enroll in a distance learning program from universities like IGNOU or Delhi University, right? But at IID, we realized we also used to do the same thing earlier. We used to enroll our students in a distance learning program in IGNOU in programs like sociology, psychology, political science. But then we realized that it is an add-on burden because students have to not only appear for extra examination, but they have to prepare for it as well, right? They have to take out time to study. So last year, we have tied up with Lingas University as a launch partner for UGC recognized degree. And all students who enroll at IIT are assured that they will get a very prestigious degree from Kingston University. And if they want to maybe want to appear for civil service, if they want to switch their stream in future, they'll also be covered on that part by getting a UGC recognized degree in the chosen field of design from Lingias Vidyapith. So I can 100% assure on behalf of IID, and even if you want to check whether Lingias is a UGC recognized college or not, do be inquisitive, visit the official website of UGC, and I think all your doubts will then be cleared. I think I answered that. Does that
Yeah,
answer the
that's
question? Okay.
hopefully, Saraja. If you have any questions, further questions, you can always ask. Sanjana B is asking, should we enroll for the 2+2 abroad program in the end of the second year, or should we do that right in the beginning of first year itself?
All right. So yes, if you want to enroll for the 2+2 program, firstly, it's not a mandatory program. It is for someone who seeks international exposure right at the undergraduate level, right? So that choice of whether or not you want to undertake the 2+2 program, you don't have to make that right away. You will be given that option to, whether or not to go for the 2+2 program in your third semester, second year, right? First semester of the second year, which is the third semester of the entire program. In the second year, you'll have an option where you can choose if you want to go for this program or not, right? So that is not the choice which you have to make right now. Yeah. Okay. Dion, any
Next,
other
yes,
question?
yes, there is another question. This is a question from Meenakshi. So the question is there a big difference in placements and recognition between BDes and BA honors degree in fashion design?
Yeah, so I've had this question quite a couple of times from students while I talk to them. So I just need to make this clear that BDes, BWalk, BA honors, these are just nomenclatures, right? All you need to care about is that the degree should be a recognized degree. But because when you finally go and sit for placements and when you finally sit for job interviews, they are never going to ask you that whether you have a BDes degree or a BWalk degree or BA honors degree. At IIAD, we offer a BA honors degree in your chosen stream of design, and that is because we follow the Kingston University curriculum and Kingston University's nomenclature. In UK, at Kingston University, there's no nomenclature like BDes, right? And in Kingston, all design program is considered as a non-technical course. That is why it follows the nomenclature of BA honors degree in, say, fashion and interior and communication design. So, whenever you choose a college for yourself, don't look whether the college has the BDes tag or a BA tag. Just, I would suggest you all that while looking for a college, ensure that you know what you are going to study over the period of 4 years. If you are enrolling for an undergraduate program, you should look at the faculty, you should look at the placements, and these are the things which generally matters, and not what the name of the degree is, right? Uh,
Yes. Thanks for that, Ahana. Um, the next question is what are the sports and other facilities available at IID, the extracurricular activities?
yeah, so we have a student council who conducts all sort of extracurricular activities at IID. We have a society who participates in different inter-college competitions. We have photography, drama, theaters. So if you want to know more about our student council and activities at IID, go to our website and there's a page entirely based on that. And we also keep on posting frequently post if any of our students participate in any such activities or in Instagram. So if you want to follow us there and see what is presently happening at IID, you should certainly uh, try joining our Instagram community.
All right. Um, are there any internships offered as part of the course? And if so, when? Which part of the course?
Yeah, so during my presentation, I mentioned that there's a mandatory internship as a part of our curriculum for 8 and 16 weeks. Both these internships, they happen during your summer breaks, and the internship given to student is both ways. Sometimes students find internships on their own, while the other students, they reach out to our career services division, and we make them sit for interviews for internships. And the internships at IID can be both paid and unpaid, but our career services division, we make a conscious effort that students should be offered some stipend also while they intern at a certain organization. Internship is definitely, like I said, you have certain credits also based on the internship. So it's mandatory to to have two successful internships at IID during our curriculum. And if you don't have these two internships, your credits will not be completed, right? So, and like I mentioned, internships is an important pillar of our curriculum because we understand that the transition of the student from college to an industry after the completion of their course can be difficult, right? Students tend to feel like a fish out of water, that abrupt change in their lifestyles. But we try and make that transition way smoother for students by introducing these internships. And once our students, when they finally sit for the interview, they are more confident while they speak to the interviewee, and they also have relevant knowledge of what the industry functions like and what to expect from the job, right? So that is why internships are there, and then IID helps you find internships as well. I mean, that is what the entire career services division sells is for, to help you with both internships and placements.
Perfect. I hope that's answered your question. Saraja. All right. Now a little bit on the association with Kingston University, right? Um, so how strong is that association in the sense if a student registers at IIAD, are they a registered student of Kingston or is it just some kind of a certificate relationship?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. So yes, IIT, we are very, very strongly connected to Kingston University, and we are being very closely monitored by Kingston University because Kingston is a very prestigious design college, and they have extended out this affiliation to an Indian college, and we are the only Indian college which has this affiliation with Kingston University. So they have to ensure that the standards at Kingston University are being met here as well. So the entire curriculum is we if to be honest, I mean it took us about I think 18 to 19 months to just get our entire curriculum approved from Kingston University even before starting our course, and they literally micromanage the entire institute. We have people coming in from Kingston University who monitor our entrance exam process. We have the same party coming in to evaluate that whether we are assessing and marking the students correctly. We have another party who comes in to train our teachers, right? They have to ensure that the teaching standards are same at IIT as they are in Kingston University. So this affiliation with Kingston is certainly not just on a piece of paper. And to validate that, if you really want to check that IIDs, if we are really associated with Kingston University or not, go to Kingston University's official website, try reaching out to the email or contact mentioned there, try dropping them a mail and ask. You can certainly ask them that whether IID has this association with them or not, and I'm certain that you'll get a positive reply from them. And you'll be surprised to know that we have people from Kingston University coming down in our campus time and again to even mentor our students. We have master classes from their superiors and from their professors. Even at the last graduation show at IID, the one which happened in 2019, the head of design department at Kingston University had come down to IID campus, and he was the one who inaugurated the entire convocation at IID, and he was the one who was distributed the certificates. So I think all of these statements and all of these instances really validate that the association with which we have with Kingston is definitely a very closely knitted one.
Absolutely. The other thing, yeah, so just 1 second. Um, how does Okay, does the faculty from Kingston offer courses in an IIAD? I think what is being asked is, do they actually come and take classes? The
Uh,
faculty of
yeah,
Kingston.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they'll not take day-to-day classes, but then we have master classes which happen like once every month, where teachers from Kingston University, they come down to a campus and then interact with our students. We even have people from Kingston who come down and take feedback from our students on our faculty, whether the teaching standards at IIT are being met or not. But the full-time faculties at IIT are Indian faculties, and they are the one who are primarily interacting with our students. Only the master classes are being taken by Kingston University faculties.
All right. Um, the next question is in terms of the campus placements. Um, does it happen through campus-based interviews, or does it happen at the campus, or how does it happen?
So placements, it happens both ways. We have companies who come down to our campus and recruit our students here. The entire interview process happens at IID in our campus, and there are instances when our students have to go out to their corporate office and then appear for an interview there. So that really depends from organization to organization. At IID, while interning, we really try to first get to know the desire of the students, that which city does the student want to have the placement, final placement, what stream, what sort of an ideal organization would be, and for the student, what organization would be right for the student, for this, no, though for this, if I were to answer this question specifically, it would certainly depend from organization to organization. If I could compare the last year statistics, I think we had 40% of the companies who had come down to our, I think around 40 to 45% of the total companies who had recruited our students last year, they had come down to our campus for interviewing our students, while for the remaining companies, our student had to travel to their office.
All right. All right. So I'm guessing we're done with questions. I don't see any more questions coming in. Um, yeah, so last maybe probably 1 minute or so. If someone wants to ask any questions, please ask it now. Um, but overall, Ahana, has been great having you here. And thanks for obliging to come on and meet with our students here. Um, let's see if anyone who any more questions. No, I think that's about it. There's no more
Great.
questions coming in.
Thank you, Dion. I mean, it was. I'm glad to see that students are so aware these days. I'm always there to help students out with any concerns or clarifications which they might have about IID. If anything pops up in your minds later in the day, you can always reach out to us on the admissions counseling number. Visit our official website. In the contact section, you can find the contact details to reach out to our admission counselors. Yeah. Thank you, Dion. Thank you for organizing this. It has been wonderful interacting with the kids. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome. And just as a closing, if anyone wants to get more information, you can come down to the DQ Edge platform. On there, you'll get the right link to go to the right place of their website. There's information on DQ Edge as well. Um, you can also look into the description of this YouTube webinar, and you'll get the links there as well. All right.
Yes, I think the link which Dion has is a very informative one. You'll have the gist of all the important information on this link. So thank you, Dion. I think this will be really helpful.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.